Tom DeLonge walked away from one of the biggest rock bands on the planet. 50 million albums sold. Gone. And the song he wrote to explain why raised $3.3 million for a global peace foundation without ever receiving a single official music video. In February 2005, Tom DeLonge quit Blink-182. Not because the band failed, because it was tearing him apart from the inside. After months of heated arguments over a canceled U.S. tour, he walked away, spent 3 weeks completely alone contemplating what came next, and then locked himself inside his home studio in San Diego, California. The studio had a name, Neverpants Ranch. He taught himself to play instruments he had never touched before. He learned to self-produce. And out of that isolation came Angels and Airwaves, a band he designed not to be cool, but to mean something. The War was the 4th single from the debut album, We Don't Need to Whisper. It peaked at number 19 on Billboard's Hot Modern Rock Tracks chart in 2007. But the real story starts 2 years earlier. In 2004, Tom DeLonge had traveled the presidential campaign trail with Democratic candidate John Kerry, stumping for widespread political reform. He described the experience as something that changed him permanently, almost like a drug. The anger he felt watching 100,000 people die in the Iraq War, an anger made deeply personal because his own brother had been deployed there, never left him. That anger became the war. In a Kerrang! Magazine interview, Tom DeLonge addressed the song directly. He said, "This one has to be played loud. It is an anthem. The bodies lay black and blue. A gift for me to you." He then said he was not intelligent enough to sit there and be anti-war or pro-war, but all he knew was 100,000 people had died in Iraq, and that was a terrible situation. This is not a political manifesto. It is a raw human reaction, written by a man whose brother was in the middle of that conflict. Tom DeLonge described the song as having specific references to the invasion of Normandy in World War II. The imagery in the lyrics, the ocean on fire, the boats coming in, the beaches stretching out, maps directly onto the D-Day landings of June 6, 1944. The song collapses 2 wars into one emotional space, World War II and Iraq, as if to say that human beings have been doing this to each other forever. The war was always the final song of every Angels and Airwaves concert during that period. Tom would stop before the bridge and deliver a speech directly to the audience. Every single night. No exceptions. The short film released alongside the song depicted a futuristic beach battle. Soldiers shooting up through sand from underground bunkers. A lone character escaping across a cliff with nowhere to go, and then falling. The video raised $3.3 million in donations that were transferred directly to the World's Trust Foundation. A song that never had an official music video raised more money than most bands make in an entire career. The same short film actor, Bradley Horne, later appeared as Captain Lee Briggs in the 2011 AVA science fiction film Love, building a shared fictional universe across 5 years of AVA projects. One more detail that almost nobody connects. The AVA logo, the letter V shaped like an upside-down triangle, is not just a band symbol. Tom DeLonge has confirmed it is named directly after his daughter, Ava. The band's entire name and identity carries his own child inside it. The War never had a proper music video. It peaked at number 19. It came out on a debut album that critics mostly dismissed. And it still raised $3.3 million, closed every single concert on the tour, and was written out of a level of personal grief that most artists never come close to putting into a song.